Hello there, folks. Jeff C. here on the 22nd of April, and there is some major breaking news regarding the Boston Marathon hoax. This is officially a hoax now, folks. I said it the other day. I hate to have to carry this inside me, these feelings about what's going on. I just wish this shit wouldn't happen. Really, I do. But it's excuse me, it's happening right now, and you know, the game is on. So let's see about the naked man. I want to first give some credit here to the lovely political port this girl here. She gave some great links, and you can see them there on her page, so subscribe to her and check her out. She's doing a great work. So what I'm going to show you here first is regarding the naked man, and that the naked man has been confirmed as Tamerlan. So this whole thing is a fucking lie, and nobody's more complacent than the mainstream media. Let's watch a piece from the mainstream media that happened on the night of the naked man being arrested.
There's some sort of custody here in the Watertown. Both of them taken into custody in the area behind me, which is now about a 4 or 5 square block area that has been cordoned off, and there's a huge police presence here. And actually, we're going to have Gabe step right in here, because Gabe, you were positioned over behind
Dexter and Nichols.
And tell us what you saw from the moment you stepped on the scene.
So, I followed a couple of squad cars down Nichols Street towards Dexter. It was immediately a chaotic situation. I jumped out. There were a couple of other journalists there. We ran towards the scene. The police had, from multitudes of agencies, all had their weapons drawn, pointing at a vehicle that we could not see from our vantage point. They were screaming for somebody to put his hands up, to get out of the car. At some point, he did do that. Because then we could tell that the officers were relaxing. We still couldn't see the car or the suspect. Then at some point, they brought him from his vehicle to a police car. He was completely naked. He'd been, during the confrontation, I did hear him, and I believe you may be able to hear this on the tape we shot. They were ordering him to...
That's Tamerlan there.
Including his underwear. It was clear.
You heard the police officer say, remove all your clothes,
yes,
remove your skivvies.
Exactly. So, that's when they brought him completely naked into a police car.
Was he in handcuffs?
I believe he was cuffed, yes. He was being escorted, put in the car. So about 10 or 15 minutes ago, the FBI arrived. When you said the FBI arrived, yes. What kind of vehicle and who came out of that vehicle? Several FBI agents in various states of either civilian clothes or tactical gear, wearing their blue FBI jackets. They came out, they went to the vehicle where the suspect was seated and removed him from the vehicle at one point. Now, at this point, they'd gotten him dressed. He was still barefoot. He was wearing pants and a jacket, handcuffed from behind. They led him away from the vehicle towards a wall of a business. They shined flashlights in his face, and it looked like they were taking photographs. I couldn't tell exactly what they were doing, but it looked like they were taking photographs of his face. Once they completed that, they walked him back to the vehicle and started to question him extensively for about 5 to 10 minutes. Then they put him back in the vehicle. Let me just ask the control room, are we rolling any of the arrest video? And if we are, please say that in my ear when we're doing that. We are taking care not to show a naked man on TV.
Drew,
You said...
Drew,
Yeah, but you'll show a lot of other bullshit.
If I could interject for 1 second, I want to show the video that Gabe is referring to right now. We're going to pixelate some of it, obviously, because the individual had been stripped naked by law enforcement, presumably out of caution to make sure that he didn't have any explosives on him. This is the individual CNN photojournalist who you had heard just a minute ago shot this in Watertown this evening. Police handcuffed the man. The man you see in this video getting into the police car. He's believed to be associated with the shooting at MIT and the subsequent chase through the streets of Greater Boston Thursday night into Friday morning local time. The man was handcuffed. Here you see him again, and walked naked to...
Okay, so Dan Dix, whose YouTube page is Weaving Spider. So definitely go and subscribe to this guy. He does Press for the Truth from Toronto and does a phenomenal job. This is the real press. These are the real dudes that are actually going and doing the work. I want you to listen to what he has to say, where he went to interview the aunt of Tamerlan, who swears 100% that the guy in that video that was captured early Friday morning was Tamerlan. And that's pretty dark, because on Friday night, Tamerlan was allegedly killed by his brother by being run over. So let's listen to Dan Dix here.
The aunt of the two suspects and asked to arrange an interview. I got her on the phone and told her, my name is Dan Dix, I'm from Press for Truth independent media outlet, and we would like to interview you and speak with you. And first thing she said is, where are you? And I said, we're located in Toronto, so we can come to where you are if you'd like. You don't have to go anywhere. We can come right to you to do this interview. And she started crying right there on the phone. She broke down into tears and just said, are you coming to kill me? Are they coming to kill me? You might kill me. They told me not to talk to media. I don't know why. They're telling me not to speak with media. And she was very distraught. And I tried to calm her down and just say, we just want you to tell whatever you have to say, whatever it is you want to get out there, the information to the public. We're not like your other reporters. I saw you on the news. The mainstream media did not represent you properly, and we want you to have your voice heard. And she then said, okay, come. I have things I need to show you. I have things I have to show you. So, we said, okay, we're on our way. And we'll be there shortly. So we packed up. We got all our gear. We went to her apartment. I was standing in the lobby area. I called her again to get buzzed in. And she answered the phone. I said, okay, we're here. We're ready to come up to speak with you. And again, right away, she said, who are you? You want to come inside my apartment? And we said, I just spoke with you, about an hour ago, and we arranged an interview. I'm with Press for Truth. My name is Dan Dix, and we're here to speak with you. And she started saying again, how do I know, you're not here to kill me? How do I know who you really are? And I didn't really know how else to just convince her that we're here to let you tell the world whatever it is you want to say. And that's when she all of a sudden just went right into some of the things that she did indeed want to say. And this is the important part. She told me right then and there, she said, I saw video, as she's very distraught and crying, says, I saw video of my oldest nephew, Tamerlan, naked, being placed in that cop car. I am telling you, 100% that was him. 100%, 100%. That was him, that was him, that was him. I know him. I am identifying him to you. Right now, I am telling you that was him. And then she said, the media is saying that he was killed in a shootout with the police and that his younger brother hijacked a car and ran him over. And she said, that can't be, because I've seen him. That is him, that is him. Why did they not come to me to identify him? I know my blood. That is him, 100%. And I said, Merritt, tell me that again. Exactly what you just told me is what you can tell me. I'm downstairs right now. I'm ready to come up, and you can tell the world. Because she said, yes, nothing, these don't make sense. The media believes, the whole world believes that my nephews did this because the media is telling them this and that. I'm telling you, that was not, that was him, 100% guaranteed. And I said, we have to, we got to get this information out there. And she again said, well, I don't know who you are. I'm afraid, she said, basically. She said, I don't even know what you look like. And I said, well, you can look me up. I said, it's pressfortruth.ca. My picture is on the homepage right there. And right away, she's press4truth.ca. She's typing it in. She had her computer right in front of her. So I can hear that she's checking out the website. So she pulls it up. And she says, "Oh, I don't see your picture here." I said, "Well, just wait. You know, they're scrolling by and you'll see me there." And then I pop up and she says, "Oh, yes, okay, you're holding the camera." And I said, "Yeah, that's me. That's me there with the beard holding the camera and the microphone. And yeah, that's me. I'm downstairs ready to come up and interview you now." And she cut me off right then and there and said, "Computer just crashed. I have virus. I have virus." Screen went blank. "I think they're watching. I think they're watching." Started crying again. And so at this point, obviously, she's trying to ascertain what my agenda is. She was very, very concerned that I was there.
Yeah, so she's terrified. They've got everybody terrified. Great work, Dan. It's too bad you couldn't get that interview, but I'm sure you will. Hopefully they don't do anything to her. Does it get any darker than this? Here is, it's going to be a bit graphic here, folks, but he was arrested, this guy Tamerlan. He was the naked guy in the video. And as they say here, clearly he is not run over and is naked and in handcuffs and put in a patrol car. And then, of course, we have the images of him afterwards, after this supposed firefight, where it's pretty gory, right? And supposedly this is him here. Probably is him. They probably just killed him. It's so awful. It's so awful. You know, I'll try playing this a bit. This is going to show the naked guy again. So, this is the stuff that's going on. I've got the police commissioner here, who should roast for this. All these people should roast for what they've done. It's so bloody awful. Listen very closely to what the police commissioner, Ed Davis, says here, and hopefully I've got it lined up properly.
So how confident can you be that they don't have more explosives still out there, sir?
We cannot be positive, but we're confident that these were the two actors, these were the two individuals that were carrying out the...
These were the two actors. You heard it. These were the two actors. This is a fucking sick joke. It's a fucking sick joke, man. It's disgusting what they're doing. Now they got another website here, Mad Cow Morning News, which is reporting that Uncle Ruslan, the Boston bomber's uncle, was connected with the CIA. The uncle of the two men who set off the bombs in the Boston Marathon, who struck the only grace note in an otherwise horrific week, worked as a consultant for an agency, International Development, USAID, a U.S. government agency often used for cover by agents of the CIA and the former Soviet Republic of Kazakhstan during the Wild West days of the early 1990s after the Soviet collapse, when anything that wasn't nailed down in that country was up for grabs. So this is the uncle here who worked with the CIA. Very, very suspicious. Uncle Ruslan Tsarnaev of Montgomery Village, whose name was the top trending topic worldwide on Twitter last Friday for his plain-spoken condemnation of his two nephews, has had a checkered business career that began well before he graduated as Ruslan Z. Tsarnaev, right, from the Duke Law School in 1998. He's a well-connected oil executive, is currently involved in international criminal investigation into the Kazakh billionaire, banker-turned-fugitive, alleged to have absconded with $6 billion from Kazakhstan's BTA Bank. I never even heard this story before. So, you know, there's deep connections here. There's a lot more in this article. this guy has to be involved somehow, and he was one of the ones that came out and pretty much, you know, painted the two major suspects, his nephews, as being guilty. Then we get to Mr. Wheelchair Guy here, and the blood. And a lot of people have broken down these images where people's pants are shredded, and yet there's no blood. There doesn't appear to be any wounds. You've got lots of blood here on the ground. I don't see anybody's foot or ankle or anything else. You just see this guy here. Looks like he's got a backpack perhaps here. Maybe that's where he put his prosthesis. You know. There he is again. Of course, this is a very famous photo. The cowboy guy here is also connected with the military. He had two sons that committed suicide after returning from the Gulf War. There's a lot of stuff up on this guy, and here he is. This is a photo op. You have this guy here who doesn't look too bad for a guy who just had his legs blown off. He's not screaming in agony. He just looks like he's kind of, oh, I'm going for a stroll. It's a horrific looking image, and yet there's no trail of blood. There's many other photos that show that there's no trail of blood. And a lot of people are suggesting that this guy is an Iraq War veteran. And here we go, amputee actors used for shock effect in military. And here's a perfect example of it, right? And this site is Just Wondering, the Zen Gardener. And they are very suspicious that they used amputees, actors, during the Boston bombing. We also have this fellow here, right, who has a microphone here. I can't really shift my thing up to see it, but he's got a microphone, and he's smiling, and he's looking in the direction of one of the suspects, the younger brother who was supposedly shot in the neck. This girl here running, she was standing right next to the boy that allegedly died, right next to him. There's photos of her, and here she is running, not a scrape on her, out for a jog. You know, it's just bloody sickening. It's really, really sickening. This is what they're fucking doing, and they're going to use their fucking tentacles within the corporate media to slander people like ourselves, to slander people like Dan Dix, the Political Port Girl, and many others. Police State Radio, who did a great job last night, putting up a wicked video that everybody should check out. This is disgusting. This is just disgusting. You know, when are the people going to stand up to this shit? When are they going to fucking stand up to these fucking liars? You know, these people are herding you like sheep, and they're going to fucking herd you right off a cliff. You know, it's absolutely disgusting that they use these public events to terrorize their own citizens in order to carry out their own fucking demented agenda, which is to disarm everybody, microchip everybody, fucking make everybody into a slave, and eliminate whoever the fuck says anything to the contrary. You know, you gotta wake up, America. If this happened in our fucking town, I tell you, man, there'd be a lot of people fucking not buying this shit. Anyways, this is Jeff C. over and out. I got a phone call coming in. Hope you guys are all okay. Stay safe.